ama tuanzie tena? Wacha tuanzie tena. Uko na wanda.
Hello guys and welcome to Showtime Live with us, Dubs Africa and me, WACHERA, GIKONYO. Now, according to the World Health Organization, it is said that self-care is important because it helps us improve our life, our health. And today we are going to talk about self-care with our guests, Dubs Africa kama kawaida. Introduce yourselves and tell us what you do.
Hi, my name is Caroline Nyakio. I'm a member of Dubs Africa, and today we are talking about self-care, and we hope to learn.
Yes, yeah.
Hello everyone, I go by the name Ken Kitonga, member of Dubs, also a psychologist, and today we'll be talking about self-care.
Okay, all right, so maybe we can kickstart the show by maybe telling us what simply self-care is. How can you describe self-care?
Self-care inakwanga broad, but I'd say in the simplest language, any act which will take deliberately to improve your physical, emotional, and socially. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean there are types of self-care where you improve your mental, social, and emotional. Maybe you can tell us about. Is there any physical self-care?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can start by telling us what physical self-care involves.
Physical may include maybe exercising.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe diet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Physical. Maybe even taking a time off, maybe meditating.
Okay.
Yeah, the spiritual side, yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, physical and spiritual are the same thing.
It's both the cause in the mind.
Okay. All right. So why is it important for us to have a good self-care? Okay. Before you go there, tell us about the emotional part of it when it comes to self-care.
Self-care, it helps in emotionally because there are kuna watu wanakuanga mostly wanakuanga arrogant. So unaweza pata maybe inaweza kuwa ni because of stress, or maybe life inakuwa it's hard, so hawajipatii enough time to process emotions zao.
Right.
So they accumulate, so and afterwards hawajivi na tadili nazo, so wanatolea tu mtu.
All right. So what is involved in emotional self-care? How are we able to take care of our emotions so that we are able to take care of our well-being?
Okay, I'll say, if you want to take care of your emotional, like the way you express emotionally, the first thing is to accept yourself. Nakwanga na anger issues, and the first process of healing is to accept. So the moment you accept and you learn how to deal with them, unajua nakwanga na anger issues. So ukiniprovoke, the first thing nitajaribu kujidefend by provoking you back. But instead of that, I'll just decide, acha nitembe, I take a walk, and it release your stress, your anger issues. Badala ya kukurudishia, I'll just take a walk and I'll be good.
Okay. So apart from anger issues, what other issues are involved in when somebody doesn't have like emotional balance and they are not able to have good self-care? Apart from anger issues, what other issues are involved when it comes to emotional being of a person?
Okay, emotionally, unapatanga kuna mtu ako weak, like ukiniambia kitu kunihusu, I'll start crying, ama nitakuwa na a negative mindset about like your comments kwangu. So I'd say emotionally, the first thing you'll do is just to accept everything about yourself.
All right.
That is the first process of healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to you say that physical and spiritual are the same thing, but I think there's something more to spiritual, because I don't really understand about the spiritual self-care. How are you able to take care of yourself spiritually? Because you cannot physically, I'm thinking probably they are doing the exercises and probably good dieting, and taking care of yourself, even how you dress and how you look like, how your self-esteem and stuff. But I tend to think that spiritual probably has more to it. Maybe you can explain how we can take care of ourselves spiritually.
Yeah, I'd say spiritually, maybe you can take time off, maybe word of prayer, or maybe even meditate. As in, I find it almost the same, but you're religious on a prayer, but you can still meditate.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you know that a person is not taking care of they're not having good self-care? What are some of the signs and symptoms of somebody who's not having great self-care? In terms of emotional, mental, and spiritual, how can you tell that somebody doesn't have any type of or one type of a self-care or all types of self-cares?
Okay, the first thing is your appearance, the way you present yourself. Unaweza kuwa umekuja meeting ka hii ama a show like this na venye unakaa, like your physical appearance.
Okay, like how you dress up,
how you dress, how you look, your grooming and everything. Yeah, that is being neat. That is part of self-care.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh wow.
So you, the way you present yourself is one sign. Yeah. So kama uko untidy, that is lack of self-care. Kama uko na hujui kubalance time yako vizuri, that is, let's say you're addicted to, let's say, internet, kama simu ama laptop, and you have school, so you have to choose between school and your phone, and
well,
you find
is
yourself,
that physical or
that is mental?
Yeah. But then there was the mental one.
Yeah.
Okay,
that is mental. So you have to choose between school and the technology, and you find yourself choosing technology over school. That is the mental part of self-care.
Okay.
You don't know how to prioritize.
All right.
Yeah.
What about behavior-wise? How can you tell that somebody is not taking care of themselves? In case, that those people who are naturally born, notorious, or probably they have been spoiled, or probably that's their lifestyle. So how can you differentiate between somebody being themselves and not taking care of themselves?
Okay. I'd say the way you talk, there's that talking that is you, that is how you talk. But there's the talking, the presenting, your speech is not like the normal speech.
Oh.
Like unaongea tu, bora tu uongee.
There are people who are actually born like that, because you find that somebody probably is taking care of themselves. Okay, let us talk about even parenting and how the environment probably it can influence the self-care. Because you cannot tell me that, okay, I don't know if people are born rude or they learn it from somewhere, or it is just like inherited. Because people will say that, oh, this person is rude because their mother was like this, or their father is the same. So I don't know if it's genetic or what, because some people will say she's just like the mother, so don't blame her. But I tend to think that how somebody behaves, it's normally influenced by the environment or, how they choose to live their lives. So my question was, how are you able to differentiate between somebody who was really, you're talking about somebody who's just talking rude and talking venye tu anataka, that's how you put it. So what if it's just environmental and probably this person really has their self-care, but it's just the environment that is influencing them?
Okay, we say if it is the environment that is causing damage, just take a break from the environment.
Yeah.
Hata kama ni, let's say you're my sister and you're the influence to me having a certain behavior, and I've learned that this behavior is not part of self-care. It is not that good. So I'll just take a break from you. The same thing applies at home. If you have this environment that is causing you, seme kwenyu mnaambiwa nyinyi ni rude because your ancestors were rude. The same way you say, just take a break from them, and I'm sure it will change.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's just a matter of time and giving yourself an alone time, realizing yourself, ujijue vizuri, and that is where self-care starts.
Yeah, you don't have to be like every other person, but just because somebody is like this, you have to be like this. Oh, mi nakwaga hivi because my mom is like this, so sini blame. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think to add on that, you said your example with the sister, you can just learn to say no.
Yeah.
So inaweza kuwa maybe mwenye mnako na yeye most of the time he influences you negatively. so unaweza learn kusema no. So ama unamwambia tu in short hauwezi kuwa positive kwa anything we do, just achana mimi.
Okay.
Just let's say no.
All right. So let's talk about the other party. Somebody who doesn't have self-care. Okay. How does it affect the other party? Like for example, if somebody in our audience does not have good self-care, how will it affect us? Like, you know, those people who are taking care of themselves and those people who are living, how are they able to mingle? How are they able to, those people with low self-care, how are they able to affect the other parties?
I'd say tumesema ya kwanza hiyo anaweza kuwa rude tu. Anaongea tu venye anataka juu ajali venye mna feel. So wanafanya tu act yote tu without thinking. Na pia as in anaweza ku demoralize ama negativity tu.
Yeah, what about the physical? You know, we cannot just dwell on the emotional part of it. We also have the mental, we have the physical. Like, okay, I don't want I take for example, okay, I understand what you're saying. Like, I would say that if somebody doesn't have like good, you know, physical self-care, somebody is not, you know, like taking care of themselves, probably they're not showering or they're not clean hygienically, obviously it will affect me. We are like that. Yeah. So why is it important for us to have self-care? Why is it important?
It's important. The moment you're my sister, ama you're my friend, ukikuja ukiwa mchafu, sitataka kuassociate anywhere na wewe. I'll definitely like push you away. So it is important like to avoid your gap. You just take care of yourself because a lot will happen kwa surrounding, like utakuwa na a lot of negativity around. Na you'll have a lot of isolation juu kama wewe ni mchafu, kama unaongea vile unataka, kama you're not like mentally stable, and that is where most of us kwa societies we go wrong, because badala ya kusaidia mtu mwenye ako like not taking good care of herself ama himself, we like tend to isolate them. Badala ya kumwambia this is how it goes, this is how you talk, this is how you present yourself, this is how you like, just giving them the steps to try and to take good care of themselves.
Okay, that is more of the physical, and I think it's very, very important what you've said, because if at all, it's not even just about the other party, it's about yourself, because somehow if you have like, you know, like good self-care, especially the physical one, it also improves the mental and the emotional, because first of all it will improve your self-esteem. So it is very, very important that out there, manze, if you watu wanasemaga waterphobic, it's too cold, especially now especially now that it's too cold, guys don't want to like, you know, get in touch, you know, like touch water and stuff, but it is very good because sometimes it helps us improve our self-esteem and you're able to face the society. Okay, so what about the emotional one? So how does it affect apart from like, you know, subjecting your anger and stuff, or well, even some of the people that we watch on the TikTok and or whatever that we go through Instagram, you might find that I don't know if there's some influencers do you have like influencers? Can social media actually make someone's self-care go low? Apart from now concentrating too much on the phone, can individuals or the stuff that you watch, they actually really influence our self-care?
Yes, I'd say yes. They really influence the
How
way
so?
Because right now, sahi unapata hadi memes za July kuoga, hapana. Unapata like an influencer anakuambia if someone tells you this, tell them this. Like akikuongelesha vibaya, wewe rudisha vibaya.
Yeah.
And the moment umeongea vibaya and imerudishwa vibaya, itakuwa like itakuwa consistent. Like utajua this is how it's done, like social media. And I feel like it is right because a certain influencer does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, people don't know how much social media has. It has a lot of power.
A lot.
And even like parents or guardians out there, if your child is using social media, it's very, very important that you train them that you should not just follow what social media is saying all the time. Social media is good, but sometimes it can influence our behavior. Okay, so we were talking about the emotional, how it can affect us. Okay, so let's go to the spiritual one. Well, some of us, not some of us, some people will say that hawataki kwenda church, hawataki kuomba, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in a certain religion because, so do these people always have low self-care when it comes to the spiritual well-being?
On spiritual matters, as we've said, it's like ni habit tu ama ni kitu umelelewa ukijua. So ama it's something you saw someone on social media doing and you've decided, let me try, and at the end of it all umejipata like you feel you don't want to pray, you don't want to read the Bible, you don't want to go to church. Okay, going to church is not a must because church ni hati ya mtu. That is church ni heart, like it's your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you find yourself like how it will affect us, like kama it's you and us now.
Yeah.
We would really want you to like get closer to God. So we are trying, and let's call it wasting our time. Try to pull back to like spiritual strength. Getting? Yeah, so I'd say spiritually it is just a complicated matter. It is really hard to like talk about it, but it is something that is affecting us.
Okay.
Tukiingililia sahi mambo ya spiritual.
I think there's a topic we did for religion and cult some time back. I think we should totally revisit that. I've been having a lot of comments or a lot of calls from people telling me, oh, you should. I think there's topic for religion and cult. Is it religion or cult and stuff, or some stuff to do with religion, because it's one of the most influencing thing in our society, and people are not able to differentiate where am I supposed to be. So I think we should redo that show maybe sometime later. You want to say something?
I was adding on the spiritual side. So I think we live in a free society.
Yeah.
So unaweza amua kuwa religious ama uendi kanisa in short. But I find it we are humans, so I believe we are spiritual beings. So that's why I advocate for meditating.
Yeah.
So meditating inakusaidia with the body, with the self.
Yeah.
That is your alone time. So you're able to filter out the negativity, na filter out your thoughts, unafikiria nini. So maybe realize more about your goals, nini. So I'd say spiritual, even taking a word of prayer or even reading the Bible. Because if you are religious, advocate for that as a self-care. What
about the listening to music? Is it more of like emotional or?
I'm gonna say emotional.
Emotional, yeah. I think the music is good self-care, because if you're going through a bad day, it's good that you listen to music. Now, there are people who are. I have a friend of mine. I don't want to call him. I know he's watching me now. He told me that he has. I don't know what he called it. There's an initial he used it that he cannot stand. If something, for example, this spot is put somewhere else and where it's not supposed to be, it has to be there. I don't know if that's meant, I don't know what, if it is like, if at all this flower is supposed to be here, then I pick it like this and place it like that, he will just come and just place it where it's supposed to be. I don't know what's that called. What's that called?
That maybe could be OCD, mild OCD.
OCD, exactly. That's the term I was looking for. So let's talk about OCD. What's the full term for OCD? It's obsessive
compulsive disorder.
Yeah, obsessive compulsive disorder. This is a condition where somebody is like, they just want to be perfect. Everything has to go their way. Okay? So, is that really self-care is a mental disorder? Because I don't understand. Because somebody will be like for me, well, sometimes when you're like way too tired, you just get to your bedroom and you're like, I'll just fold these clothes tomorrow. I'm way too tired. You know what I'm talking about, You just get your clothes and you're like, these ones I have to do them tomorrow because I'm way too tired. But mtu ako na serious OCD, they have to do it no matter how tired they are. Yeah, if it is the utensils, they have to be washed at night. So let's talk about OCD and self-care. How can you differentiate the two?
I'd say, for example, the one you have said about folding your clothes, I think I'd say it's much more, I think environment, as in the way you're brought up. Because when you look at OCD, inakuanga excess. So maybe for example, you could be closing the door at night, kama ni ile mlango ya kufuli ama na conch, then unafunga kama, I think ukihesabu kama 1, 2, 3 mpaka 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the real OCD. Ingine, I think it's just the way you're brought up.
Okay, let's talk about that because I think I also have OCD. We have various types of OCD, yeah? That one for like really doing the things very perfectly, and one for you're like just seated just working like, guy, did I switch off the gas today? Or when you like lock the door, you keep on like pulling the padlock just to ensure that okay, yeah.
Maybe for the umesema ya gas, unafungua gas, unazima.
Yeah.
Unazima.
Oh my God.
So just to be sure. So that I think the OCD is I think yenyewe ndio hiyo sasa.
Oh really?
Ama kama kuoga mikono, you wash your hands 10 times.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who like washes their hand like so. Then you're like, you actually think that is like being proud. You're like, why are they washing their hands? Wait, they're like going through their fingers. They're washing them like this. Then you're like, COVID is over. Like, okay, I think we should have a topic of OCD. And is it like a mental disorder? Is just it is. Is it like really harmful?
To some extent.
Maybe you can just mention just a little bit.
Okay. OCD, the obsessive compulsive disorder.
Disorder,
So it's
yeah.
a disorder. It's a mental disorder. Like it's a mental illness by itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it is as harmful as the other mental illnesses.
So it does not like improve your self-care. It could be like improving your self-care, but it's also like
in an excessive way.
In an excessive way. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, guys with OCD, I mean, I just realized that I also have OCD, like the gas thing and Passy, the iron box.
Yeah.
I also have it. Okay, fine. Those guys are watching us at home. Please make sure that you have commented down there. Please ask as many questions as possible. Comment below, like, share. This is a free discussion, and don't forget it's me, WACHERA, GIKONYO, and Dubs Africa, and we're talking about self-care. That is the first segment, and we're going to go to the next segment of asking questions. Our audience, please be free to ask questions. Even back at home, I'll see you in the next session. Bye. Welcome back to the second segment of our mental health care. Talk. We are talking about self-care today, and but it's gonna Dubs Africa. Remember, we are living in extra stressful times, which is important that we don't allow these extra stressful times to suck the life out of us. Otherwise, it's going to be more stressful for us. So it's important for us to have self-care. So we're looking at importance of self-care. So you mentioned a few. So maybe you can continue with how other types of importances of self-care.
Okay, let's start with the importance of mental self-care. It reduces stress, it reduces depression, and it also makes your day-to-day routine flow softly. The moment you like take good care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, it starts to like make your mental health improve.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going just to nasema tu zote. So kuna kama umesema improve your mental health.
Yeah.
Kuna self esteem na better relationships bado.
Yeah, better relationships with others.
Yeah. I think bonding with yourself. Pia I think health wise generally. If you take care of yourself, as in the odds of you getting sick ama kwenda hospital kutumia pesa kununua drugs zitakuwa low because you take care of yourself. Yeah, and improved pia cognition, as in happiness generally, you're happy. As in pia kusaidia pia kureact, unajua vile utareact maybe when something happens.
Yeah. So what happens to people who are not able to afford the good self-care? You know, there are people probably who don't have enough money to, do the traveling and affording the good food. Does that mean that those people cannot be happy because they cannot get the good self-care that they want to? Because I could be wanting, maybe I want to travel somewhere, but I don't have the money to go there. So what am I supposed to do?
I mean, if your pocket does not allow, as in huwezi enda, but self-care is not a must to take a vacation. Maybe you jet out of the country to engage in self-care. Self-care, it can be a simple act that makes you feel calm and happy.
Yeah.
Maybe even taking a shower, that's self-care.
Yeah.
Maybe having a good meal, that's self-care. Going for a walk, that's self-care. Maybe even sitting down and watching a movie, just your alone time. It doesn't have to be you travel or you go maybe somewhere expensive, but peer self-care includes treating yourself. So maybe you could say, maybe today I'm just treating myself. Maybe unaenda kama ni tao, you just eat something good.
Yeah, some people find it very hard to you will be like, I earn 10,000 Kenyan shillings and then they're living very, you're like, I want to save. Are we always supposed to save much of our money for future? For me, I think that if I want to eat a meal today and I have the money, I'll go for it. Because I think, I work way too hard for it. I mean, I'm like, if I have to go and treat myself, I want to make my nails, my hair. And I know that if I use this money, something else is not going to, to be fulfilled. I'll do it because by the end of the day, I don't do it all the time. And what do you think about that? People who save too much and they're I cannot live in a good house because in the future, what am I going to do? What can you tell such people?
I mean, if you manage your finances well, huwezi kosa kale ka percentage kadogo.
But there are people who actually will say, you want to eat that meal today? Where's that money going to come from? In that kind of mentality that, no, let us go and just eat in a kibanda somewhere.
How much could it be?
I don't know. I
think those people, I think they are too hard on themselves. Because remember, in self-care, you come first. Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to make your hair, your nails, you want to get that meal and you can afford it, please make sure you do. Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of self-care. Now, the moment una say that I am saving, I cannot live in a good house because I'm saving. I cannot eat the meal that I want because I'm saving. Yani kujifinyilia bana.
Okay.
Changamka, take care of yourself. If it is that haircut that you always wanted, go get it. If it is the nails, the face, or whatever, manicure and the pedicure, go get it. Take good care of yourself.
But yeah.
Sorry,
it's okay.
As much as you're saving for yourself for later. Hata sahi, you just take care of yourself. I mean,
Yeah, by the way, yeah, I don't have to keep on saying, oh my God, I have this 10,000 shillings, gonna put it all in the bank because my children will use it for, first of all, if you have to love others, you have to start loving yourself. That's what people don't understand. If you want to go home, probably to your children, and you want to go, if you probably don't take care of yourself, you're going to have like a lot of stress. You're going to, put it all on your children. But if, for example, you treat yourself to a very small, coffee date or something, when you go home, you're going to be in a very good mental state, and you're going to treat your children well. It's going to open up your mind for a better day the next day. Oh wow, okay, yeah.
and you find that most of us tunasemanga like taking care of you will create like I will be in a better like self-care position, but siwezi kuangalia kama sijiangalia. The moment I give and give a lot, nitabaki empty. And at that point where I am empty, I am in the worst mental state, the worst physical appearance, the worst spiritual state. I mean, it starts with you. Ni uangalie mwenzako, lazima pia umejiangalia. Ndio nikwambie kaa vizuri, lazima nikae vizuri. Ndio nikwambie nyolewa, lazima niko neat.
Yeah, exactly. But then there are people who be like, I want to treat myself, but then they do negative stuff like, leo lazima nijitreat bana. Today I'm going to angusha like 3 mizingas. So it end up being a disaster. Yeah? So maybe you can tell people about some good methods of taking care of yourself. Does it have to be like, going for parties and bash and getting all the girls, yeah, maybe you can talk about some methods you can use, good methods, healthy methods of self-care.
Okay, I'll start with there are the negative methods of self-care and there are the positive. We have the negative side and the positive side.
Yeah.
So the negative side yenye umesema leo mizinga sijui ngapi, leo napiga sherehe hadi leo sijui nenda wapi, nenda vasha sijui nini. And the positive side is today I am going to get I'm going to take myself for a coffee date. Today I'm going to get that meal that I've always wanted to get. Today I'm going to take like unaona ile unafanya mwili yako general cleaning, like that one. Today I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to like interact with my friends. I'm going to take a walk to somewhere like just for my mental health. I'm going to interact with my family. Like those are the positive sides, the positive methods of self-care.
Okay, first of all, let's be kind of realistic. I know people who are watching us probably they go out a bit, they take a little bit of alcohol. I hope it's a little bit of alcohol and whatever they take. But it gets to an extreme where somebody overdoes it. Okay? I'm not saying that going out for a party is bad. It's not bad. But the problem is now when you overdo it. Yeah? If you take alcohol and you're like, you're just dancing and whatever you're using, you're with your friends, but then you overdo stuff that may lead to negativity. That's what we're talking about, negative. And if you're not able to control the kind of fun that you have, it's good that you turn to now the things that are not going to lead you to that. Like what you talked about, going to the salon, making your nails, and like this money, instead of taking it to the club. And I know after like I drink, it's going to be way too much. I'm going to be the drama queen of the night. Yeah. So instead of doing that, let me just use this money to like do something that hata kesho nikiamka will be like, hey, I did my nails yesterday, and it's a milestone that you covered. Yeah.
And the moment umeamka asubuhi unapata you made your nails, you'll be like, oh my god, I look so good.
Yeah, and I don't even have a hangover.
I look so good. Like hadi nikitembea mbele ya watu nitakuwa I look good.
Mazi sina hangover.
Kama ukipiga mzinga mzima and you're like, oh my, I can't even wake up the next morning.
And you're like, why did I even go there in the first place?
Why did I even
waste my money? I'm going to treat myself and now it's turned to grief.
Yeah, so negative is bad.
Yeah.
But from the word negative, it is not that good. Yeah, just take the positive side.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to say that going up. What I've said is that I'm not saying that going to parties is negative. But if it now turns out to be bad for you, it now becomes a negative thing. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say going to parties is self-care, but most people assume when you go to parties you must drink. But it's not a must to drink. You can go there, meet up with friends, crack jokes, laugh. That's self-care. You don't have to drink when you go to parties.
Yeah, drown yourself in that Alvaro. Yeah.
Find opportunities to laugh.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's great. So, Well, I don't know. Let me see what people have to say on social media. Let me see. Okay, so sorry. We have people who are watching. We have Collins Shohei saying great work. I'm following. We have Director Rubual is tuned. Thank you so much. Watching from Nanyuki. Maurice Wambogo, thank you so much. Tuned as usual. Photo edit. Keep up, Wachera. Good vibes. Thank you so much. Madredi, yeah, thank you so much. Keep it strong. You have Vuvu, thank you so much, Vuvu, for watching us. And he has his new music video out called Nyashinsky. It's a shortcut. Short form of Nyashinsky. He sang a song for Nyashinsky. Please make sure that you have subscribed to his channel and watch it at Vuvu. He has also done some songs with Sofala. Please make sure you watch out his video. We're going to share the link down there. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Probably our audience maybe would be having maybe some questions they'd like to post to Dubs Africa. Yes, kindly pass the microphone.
Yes, I do have a question. My name is Ezra. I read somewhere. Say,
What?
yes, I read somewhere, and it was written, brush your teeth in the morning to keep your friends, and brush your teeth at night to keep your teeth healthy. So my question is, what is the right way to tell a friend that, you're not taking care of yourself? Kuna venye,
Yeah, your breath is smelling. Hey, dude, your breath is smelling. Your what? Okay, I know. Sometimes it's hard to tell somebody that something is off. And I normally say that you know the right kind of people. If you look at a person and probably you know that they have a problem. Maybe what he is saying that you brush your teeth in the morning to keep your friends, yeah? And you brush them at night to keep them healthy. That's not about keeping your friends when you have like that breath and stuff. So when I see somebody like probably they're working with their friends and we can sense that they have that bad smell, but their friends are not telling them. So I'll be like, these are not true friends, Manzi. So what's the right way of telling somebody like, hey Manzi, hey, hey?
I think as for me, I think I'll be direct. As in nitakwambia face to face too. As in ukichukulia vibaya ni sawa, but I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
But if still, I mean, you could be friends, but you're not that close. But I know you and Carol are close.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't know. So I use her to tell you.
Yeah.
But as for me, I think I'll be direct and just tell you. But not in an aggressive
say,
way.
say it in a statement. Yeah. Assume it's me you're telling. Oh my God. Assume it's whatever. No way. You're not telling me.
Another day.
No, that statement is what I want, because sometimes you really want to help somebody. You're like, this person is charming, they're good, they got good jokes, but there's something really off about them. And when you think about hanging out with them, you're like, okay, this person is good company, but hey, yeah, hey. So help us out, Manzi.
Like I've said, I think being direct is the best way. But don't tell them in an offensive way. Pole pole to check in yaje, hivi na hivi na hivi. And you just tell them. But also don't kumwambia mara moja ama mkua in front of people. Then you just tell them directly.
Yeah, you don't be like, hey, dude. You're making the flies like run away, yo. Go brush your teeth, man. Asana, you probably like go like, hi, we need to talk. Now, you're a very nice person, but there's something of, I mean, have you gotten your, like, did you remember to brush in the morning? Because, you're talking way too much, but, can I offer you some links?
No, that is rude.
I think for that it comes with your relationship with the person.
For me, I would, if somebody has a problem, I would be like, oh, nataka chewing gum. You want like mint? Like I got like this many chewing gums in my bag.
Rude.
Oh really?
Imagine coming to you and you're like, and I'm like, nataka chewing gum. Definitely utashangarada. According to me, I'll come, call you. Wachera, I want to talk to you. Can we talk? Can we have a talk? Like, so unajua huwezi ambia mtu like ni mara ya kwanza umesikia kinuka mto, huwezi mwambia like the first time, it's maybe like the second, the third time. So I'll be like this time we were with you, I sensed something wrong about, you know, about your breath. And and like me being your friend, me being your true friend, it would be wrong if I didn't tell you. So I'm telling you, just try to do something about it.
Oh man, I'm imagining.
You see, that is in a better way. Yeah.
Okay, but then
instead of offering means, bro.
And I won't offer it all the time.
I'll just walk away and like, bro, no, thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
that is so funny. Okay, I should stop offering me.
As much as we are telling you the truth, we should also care about your mental health. Because the moment I like, do you want mint? That will just mess you up.
Okay.
No,
I'll be like, oh no. Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. So any other way of improving mental health?
Your mental health, like mental.
Self-care. Sorry, that really got me.
Okay, we have like a lot. If you feel like, okay, tuseme we are in this talk and I feel disrespected.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're the interviewee, the interviewer, and I'm the interviewee.
Yeah.
And I feel at some point maybe disrespect. I'll just walk away. Yeah.
Okay, like Azia did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is for herself.
Yeah, because
mental self-care.
If you haven't watched that video for Azia, I think they kind of like asked her that this lady asked Azia the question that she did. She had actually been told that don't ask me that question, and she straight up asked her the question on air.
And she'd like told her, don't go to that topic. Like before she asked the question,
yeah.
And you go ahead and ask the same question. I'll just walk away.
Isn't that rude?
No, it's not. I will not satisfy your needs or your wants for the sake of my mental health.
Exactly.
No, thank you. I'll just walk away. It means like a lot to my mental health.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I think what Carol said, I mean, we agree to disagree, right? But I think what Carol said, I not totally agree with it, because I think when you walk away, you haven't dealt with that emotion. So as for me, I think maybe you say something Wachera, then after the show, you'll be like, Wachera, you say this and this, na iko ni bamba.
Yeah.
Ama iko ni furahisha. I mean, at least you get some closure. Maybe at the end, you did not say it intentionally. It's just you talk to. So I think it'd be better if you just tell them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I disagree.
It's fine.
Because the moment, okay, so we are on cameras right now, so
yeah,
we've talked, you've asked me a question that I feel I'm not comfortable like talking to like in public. I won't answer it. And you're insisting, like to share your story and you're still insisting. I can't answer that. I'll just walk away, and I will walk away again and again if need be for my own mental self-care. Yeah, I mean it's the best you can do to yourself.
All right, but we have people who have some behaviors that they don't know that they have, like even when they are eating, like okay, when we were in primary school we had okay, sorry, God. I had this friend. He was very intelligent, and but he was eating very badly. Okay, so like he used to chew really badly, like smacking his food and stuff. So until one time people could not take it anymore, and then one boy just shouted, "Hey bro, nakula kambuzi." So don't know that we have, but somebody tells us, but then we take it negatively. How are we supposed not to take whatever that, if for example somebody corrects me, how am I supposed to ensure that it does not get to me?
Okay, so from my own point of view, I think the first thing is to like kujiju umesema hatujijui, ujui mko na behavior fulani.
Manze unafanyaga tu kitu na hujaijua ni wrong. Kama tunakulanisha tu hivyo ovyo ovyo tu hujaijua ni mbaya, but wase in our piece off, you see. So because you mentioned that question really, it actually brought to this, because some of these things do happen in our society, but we don't know how to handle them. Like what you're talking about, grief, when somebody probably loses somebody very close and you're like, guy, what am I supposed to say? You know, how am I supposed to comfort them? But now that these like ordinary behaviors that has even mentioned them right now. For me, let me just mention mine personally. Things that are happening in the society, but people like make them very, very normal. Spitting. Like you just walk in someone, you're like, you just spit. For me, I don't like that. For me, I don't know if you agree to disagree. Another thing is guys helping themselves at the fences in public. And I'm like, I mean, you can hold it till you go to a washroom or somewhere people are not seeing you. Okay, so some of these behaviors, people like make them really normal in the society, but they're pretty much like pissing us off. Okay, so yeah.
I think the one you said about behaviors, unapata mimi mwenyewe sijui I have this behavior. Remember psychology kuna this we call the Johari window. So there's the known self, yeah, blind, unknown, and the hidden. So hizo zote inaweza kuwa maybe I do something mimi mwenyewe sijui but nyinyi mnajua. So that is the blind self, mimi sioni but nyinyi mnaona. So pia mtu akikuja kuambia something like that, unafaa kuwa like juu personally najua sijui 100%. I'm still discovering myself and hata nikijua bado. So I think mtu akikwambia kitu unafaa kuangalia pia nani anakuambia. Juu inaweza kuwa maybe jamaa ama mwenye anakuambia ni hater ama mnakuanga tu na grudge fulani.
Manzi anakuambia hiyo ni yako joai, kuna venye manzi yeah.
So pia unafaa kuangalia nani anakuambia. Basi mtu akikwambia unafaa kurethink kama ushaambiwa tena, maybe tuende kusaidia pia kujua your weaknesses, ndio unakusaidia hiyo blind self, known, hidden, and the true self.
Yeah. So sometimes when it comes to our self-care, still we have to listen to what other people think about us, and we take it positively. I mean, if you find that somebody is genuinely telling you to change something about yourself, it is good that you always take it positively, because not all who are saying negative things about you because they want to, hit you hard. But some of you maybe it's just one tiny thing that you do, or one tiny stuff that you have is keeping so many friends away from you, but you're a cool person, but there's one thing that you do or one thing that's on you that pisses people off. So as you wind up the show, maybe we can have a parting shot from you, please.
Oh, hello viewers. So I'd like to end the show with saying that self-care is not selfish, and remember you come first. Every decision you make, you have to think about you. So remember, you come first.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I'd say you come first before everything else. So just do everything that you need to do to make yourself better. Like do something that will push you a step forward from where you are today.
Exactly. Yeah. For you to love others, you need to love yourself first. Yeah. There's no other way. You cannot love other people and then you love yourself. So it's good to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, socially. Know how to socialize with people, and physically, especially the physical part of it, because that's what people deal with every day. Sometimes I might not know whether you're sad, but what I'm seeing from you, or how how you look like, is also going to tell me that it's also going to affect me. So it's good that you take care of yourself. Man, treat yourself to that lunch, treat yourself to that hairdo, treat yourself to that party, but then don't overdo it, because it is very, very important that you also take care of our health. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I've been your host WACHERA GIKONYO alongside Dubs Africa. I'll see you on the next show. Subscribe, share to as many people as possible, and take care of yourself. Now jipende manze. Bye guys.